Last time I was here, I spoke about following your bliss, finding your passion. Well, my passion is photography, so I'd kind of like to extend that theme a little bit and talk about the magic of photography and specifically some of the different forms of photography that I enjoy. So let's get it. Thank you. Oops. There we go. Okay. I grew up with a tremendous fear of birds thanks to that damn Hitchcock movie. And this probably didn't help much. Anyway, that's an osprey on Chickamauga Lake. And he looks like he's coming for me, or maybe after my fisheye lens. I have no fear of wildlife, especially when they're behind glass. Like this jaguar at the Chattanooga Zoo. I have mixed feelings about zoos in particular. As much as I like seeing some of the nice animals there, I prefer them in their natural environment, like this guy. Not all wild animals like my magic camera. Some of them even mock it. I don't know if you can tell, but he's got his tongue sticking out at it. Okay, seen that many paper clips before? You probably heard about the paperclip project in Whitwell Middle School, where the students tried to collect 6 million paper clips to remember the 6 million Holocaust victims. And to date, they have over 30 million. And you need to rent the movie Paperclips. It's pretty interesting. This is the type of photography that's pretty in vogue today. It's called HDR, which stands for High Dynamic Range. Basically, it allows you to capture more of the range of a photo without blowing out the highlights. In a normal shot, the sky would be all white, blown out white. Here's a little more serene photo. That's my friend Jeff's crib over at Reflection Right, which I love to photograph over there. And then, of course, the secret to good photography is all about light. So you want to have good lighting. If you have good lighting, you can make good photos. I said lighting, not lightning. There's an example, of course, of flash photography. There was some controversy as to whether this photo was real or not on Channel 9, but it didn't stop them from running it about every 5 minutes. Okay, here we see a normal shot on top, and on the bottom is an infrared shot taken at the same time. This is from Snooper's Rock on Prentice Cooper. And you notice with infrared, anything green becomes white, which gives kind of a weird effect. Some people either like it or they don't. But it's really good to shoot in midday with it. Here's another infrared shot. This one taken with a filter. Anytime you do that, you're looking at long exposures. This was about a 30-second exposure on a windy day, and that's why you can see the movement in the clouds during the 30 seconds that the shutter was open. Here's a little topic that's been in the news this week. Shot on the left's another infrared shot, long exposure. I put these two together to kind of illustrate if we don't solve our problems on the left, we may end up with a problem on the right. Deserted highways. Anybody know what this is? That's that new rap artist, 60 Cent. It's actually 6 dimes stacked on top of each other and photographed with a super macro lens. So macro photography is also one of my favorites. Also like shooting at night, whether it's on a calm moonlit night on the lake or maybe a fireworks display. I call that one on the right electric flower. That's what it looks like. I shoot a lot of sports as well. When I shoot sports, I try to shoot the whole thing, not just the plays of the game, you know, the players running on the field, everything else. I was actually about 100 yards away on this one, but thank goodness for zoom lenses, huh? Not all wild animals like my magic camera. This is the guy that stands stands on Broad Street yelling at passing motorists to repent or they'll be punished with fire and brimstone by his loving God. This is for you, Paul. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion. I call that one losing my religion. While some people preach about love and compassion, others live it. I caught this little slice of street life down at Miller Park. Those guys probably know more about religion than the previous guy. Anyway, so I enjoy doing street photography as well. That's Jeremiah. I met him on the bus stop one day. I just kind of liked his face. He posed for me for a minute. Kept asking me how much my camera cost. Don't like his face. You should take portraits of people. You try to capture their essence. I don't know if I did there, but I'm sure I did with this next one. That's Pulitzer Prize winner Clay Bennett at the last PechaKucha. Clay's awesome. What can I say? Talk more about Clay, I guess. Mr. Haston was my neighbor. He enjoyed selling his tomatoes, mowing his yard about twice a week, sitting in a chair in his driveway and watching the world go by. I never knew he was a World War II hero until one Veterans Day I turned on the TV and they were interviewing him. He was quite a guy. Well, I see some big yawns out there, so I guess I better wrap this up. So, once again, thanks to Matt and his crew for putting on this event. Thanks.
So I hope y'all feeling all right out there at night. Feeling all right? Say, oh yeah! Oh yeah! Let's show our love for all the presenters thus far. Let's do it. You're the best. Next time you call my show, I'm hanging up on you. It's done. By the way, I think I was checking with somebody earlier. First PechaKucha, right? PechaKucha, however you say it. I have no idea how to say it. I gotta confess. How do you say it?
PechaKucha.
PechaKucha, thank you. First PechaKucha, I was the first presenter on the first night. Don't know how that happened, by the way. I have no idea how that happened. So let me make two confessions real quick. Confession number one, I am a politician. I just don't play one on TV. And number two, I got elected 2 years ago. I'm in the midst of a 4-year term, so I'm right in the midst of political midlife crisis. Okay? So that's what my presentation is about, a confession of a midlife political crisis. Run that, homie. All right. So this is me. Well, not quite, but really 2 years ago, that would have been me. I thought I had the whole political scene figured out. I ran a campaign. Nobody knew me. I had no money. I wasn't from Chattanooga. Everyone thought I was going to lose. And I campaigned and made promises and lied and made promises and lied and made promises and got elected. But I thought I had the whole thing figured out politically until I met these guys here. And I never imagined that people could be so angry about all things political. I mean, it's gotten to the point now that whenever I see someone smiling, I ask, what's wrong with you? Because I'm so used to seeing people frown. Either as a politician, either you're already messing something up or you're getting ready to mess something up. So you feel like this most of the time, right? Like you're constantly bending over backwards trying to please somebody and it never works out. No matter how far back you go, there's always a little bit further you need to go to please somebody else. So it's got me asking the question. And you know, I'm continuing asking myself the question, how much more of this can I take? Because I feel like I've gone off road somewhere, you know? I don't know where I made the wrong turn, but I've made a wrong turn somewhere and I feel like I've gotten off track. And the more I'm up in the air, I'm kind of wondering when I'm going to hit bottom. And 2 years in, I hit bottom. I'm halfway in my career and I think I've hit bottom. So there I am today. That's me, that's the car. And if there's this picture, more than anything, encapsulates my view of politics right now. Those two guys right there, if you know anything about what they're talking about, they have no idea about how they're going to get their car out of that water. But at least they're talking about it, right? That's politicians. That's politicians, right? So what's the solution? I mean, don't you wish you had a solution button somewhere and you just can press solution if it was that easy? I mean, my job would be so much more easier if there was just a button somewhere that I could press and say, done, leave me alone. Don't call me, don't email me, don't call in my show. Don't call my house. I'm married with 10 years, 4 kids, leave me alone. But it doesn't happen that way. Most people, myself included, think that somehow, some way, based upon your own political views, whether conservative, liberal, or somewhere in between, that there's some happy hereafter, utopia, Rivendell type of, political picture out there. It doesn't exist. Lord of the Rings is a movie, okay? It's not reality, right? Most of the time, this is what we get, okay? At least that's how I feel, right? That's really how I feel most of the time. Because all that anger takes a toll on you. It really does. When you see people angry so much about something that's going on, last year we raised taxes as a city, that anger takes a toll on you. I feel like this woman most of the time. So again, I'm asking myself the same question. What's the solution? Am I going to be that woman for the rest of my term? For 2 years, am I going to be crying all the time because people are so upset about what's going on politically? The city sucks. City council people suck. The rubber stamps for the mayor. All of this. I hear it all the time. Even when I don't want to hear it. Matter of fact, it's got so entrenched that I'm now starting to ask the question, who has the right answers? Do Republicans have the answers with Jesus with the machine gun and, drill baby drill? Do Republicans have the answer? Not so sure. Not so sure. But at least I'm giving it more consideration than maybe say where I've been in the past. In the past, I've been more connected with these guys right here, right? So, President Obama, Hillary Clinton, I mean, that's where I've been. That's where I've been. And I never really questioned my beliefs before, until now. Until now. I never really questioned my beliefs, only for the simple reason that if I see all these people angry all the time, and I'm so entrenched that I'm right, I cut off conversation. What about being bipartisan? Does that help? Not really. That's a certain view of bipartisanship that I don't ascribe to, by the way. Maybe if you're a Republican, you might think that's the way to go. So, I'm still asking the question, what are the options? Republicans, Democrats, bipartisanship, what really works? At this point, I'm not exactly sure. Here's my solution right there. That's my solution, right? That is my solution, all right? I don't, the Jack Daniels on the corner here, homemade, homebrewed, right? I mean, that's my solution. But you only can drink so much. The problems still remain, right? And particularly as a politician when you go back every Tuesday night. So I feel like Michael Jackson most of the time. Who's the real Michael Jackson? Right? Take your pick. That's how I feel. Who's the real Andrae? Right? What is it that I'm trying to accomplish now that I more or less feel a little lost? And I really do. I said this is confession, that's really what it is. I feel lost. But I don't necessarily feel like I have to have all the answers right now. Maybe what I need to do is I need to press the undo key. Maybe I need to back up a little bit. Maybe instead of trying to have all the answers, maybe it's okay not having all the answers. Maybe it's okay to think through my positions and take the time, however much time necessary, to say, you know what? I'm going to listen better. I'm going to take in more. I feel like this. I feel like I'm having open brain surgery right now. That's really what's happening. As painful and gruesome as it is, that's really what's happening to me. I'm trying to have a more open mind. Now, I know people are expecting me to have answers. I know they're expecting me to lead the way and tell them what to think. I'm not so sure that's my job anymore. I take in, I receive, I listen, and in the process, I'm being changed. My own views are being changed. The question I guess I'm asking is, what view of the city do you have? Some people have this view of Chattanooga: the family, green, verdant, lush, Chattanooga lifestyle where everyone's playing together. It's all mapped out. Someone designed this place where we all can live, work, and play, and that's their vision of Chattanooga. Other people don't have that view. Maybe that's true. I hear both sides. I hear more than both sides. So I guess as I see one side, I see this side, and I'm taking it all in, and I'm trying to understand where I fit in all this. I guess I kind of come back to what I asked before and what I saw before when we're trying to really come back to a real solution. I come back to this painting. I come to this painting here, Casa Guernica, where this is a picture of war, but also like the picture before, it's cubism from the sense of multiple perspectives, geometric planes, all coming in at different levels. The more we see from a different perspective, the better we become, the better I'm becoming. Although I don't have all the answers right now, I'm okay with that. I'm more concerned about becoming a better person. Thank you very much.